හැමෝටම තෙරුවන් සරණයි. මට මේ වැඩසටහන ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන් කරන්න කියලා තමයි කිව්වේ. එතකොට සිංහල තේරෙන්නේ කවුරු ඉන්නවද? Okay. So then I will conduct in English. It's okay, right? So before we start, we will observe the precepts. And what we are going to observe is called non-monastic precepts, or also 8 precepts. But these 8 precepts are not the usual precepts that we observe on full moon days. These are non-monastic precepts. We call them Ajiva Attamaka Sila. So you can carry these precepts even when you go back home, because this does not require you to not to eat in the afternoon or any other thing. But simply the 5 precepts and more attention to your speech. Because in meditation, we need to pay more attention to our speech, because our speech is the main distraction for us to look at our own mind. So we try to make an effort to manage our speech and try to speak only when it is necessary, but then we have more time to look at our own mind. So there are 4 precepts related to the speech. Out of 8, 4 are related to the speech. So this is very appropriate precepts for meditation. So that is why we are going to observe it. So any meditation is successful when it is done based on moral foundation. So therefore we are going to observe these 8 non-monastic precepts, or Ajiva Attamaka Sila. It is okay, right? Yeah. So you will turn to the next page. And customary precepts are given only a request is made. Precepts are not something that impose on others, because precepts are not rules. Precepts are something you voluntarily observe. Therefore, precepts are given by monks only when you request them. So we have a recitation to request the precepts. So you can all together put your palms together and recite and request the precepts. Okay. Can we chant together the first one? Together. Okasa aham bante tisaranena saddin Yamahang vadami tang vadete. Recite Namo Tassa 3 times. Buddhang saranang gacchami. Dhammang saranang gacchami. Sanghang saranang gacchami. Dutiyang pi buddhang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Tisarana gamanang sampunnang Panati pata veramani Sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Adinna dana veramani Sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Kamesu micchācara veramani Sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Musāvādā veramani Sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Pisunāya vācāya veramani Sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Parusāya vācāya veramani Sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Sampappalāpā veramani Sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Micchā ājīvāca surāmeraya majjapamādattānāca veramani Sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Tisaranena saddhiṃ ājīva attamaka sīlaṃ dhammang samādayitva sādhukaṃ surakkitaṃ katva appamādena sampādē tabbam. Sīlena sugatiṃ yanti sīlena bhoga sampada sīlena nibbutiṃ yanti tasmā sīlaṃ visodhaye. Let us read the English translations of the precepts together so we understand. These are the precepts we are going to live by the whole day. Let us read together. I undertake the training rule to abstain from taking life. I undertake the training rule to abstain from what is not given. I undertake the training rule to abstain from sensual misconduct. I undertake the training rule to abstain from false speech. I undertake the training rule to abstain from malicious speech. I undertake the training rule to abstain from harsh speech. I undertake the training rule to abstain from useless speech. I undertake the training rule to abstain from wrong livelihood and from intoxicating drinks and drugs causing heedlessness. Now we will together do a short Buddha Vandana can turn to the next page. And we will recite Namo Tassa, and then we will recite Itipiso, Sakatu and Supataparnu, and then the English part of this chant. Let's recite together. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddha Vandana. Itipiso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho vidyacharana sampanno sugato lokavidu anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati satta deva manussana buddho bhagavati. Dhamma Vandana. Sakkatu bhagavata dhammo samdittiko akaliko ehi passiko openaiko pacchattam veditabbo vinyuhiti. Sangha Vandana. Supatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho ujupatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho nyayapatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho samicipatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho yadidam chattari purisa yugani atta purisa pungala esa bhagavato savaka sangho ahuniyo pahuniyo dakkiniyo anjali karaniyo anutteram punyak kettan lokassati. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Let us read this English chant recitation. The Buddha, absolutely pure, recite together. The Buddha, absolutely pure, with ocean-like compassion, possessing the clear sight of wisdom, destroyer of worldly self-corruption, devotedly indeed that Buddha I revere. The teachings of the Lord, like a lamp, illuminating the path, and its fruits, the deathless, that which beyond conditioned world, devotedly indeed that Dhamma I revere. The Sangha, the most fertile ground for cultivation, those who have realized peace, awakened after the accomplished one, noble and wise, all longing abundant, devotedly indeed that Sangha I revere. This salutation should be made to that which is worthy. Through the power of such good action, may all my obstacles disappear. Having heard the teachings of the Lord, we know this. Birth is dukkha, aging is dukkha, and death is dukkha. Sorrow, lamentation, pain, grief, and despair are dukkha. Association with the dislike is dukkha. Separation from the light is dukkha. Not attaining one's wishes is dukkha. In brief, the 5 grasping groups are dukkha. These are as follows: attachment to form, attachment to feeling, attachment to perception, attachment to mental formations, and attachment to sense consciousness. For the complete understanding of this, the Blessed One, in his lifetime, frequently instructed his disciples in just this way. In addition, he further instructed, form is impermanent, feeling is impermanent, perception is impermanent, mental formations are impermanent, sense perception, consciousness is impermanent. Form is not self, feeling is not self, perception is not self, mental formations are not self, sense consciousness is not self. All conditions are transient. There is no self in the created or the uncreated. All of us are bound by birth, aging and death, by sorrow, lamentation, pain, grief and despair. Bound by dukkha and obstructed by dukkha, let us all aspire to complete freedom from suffering. The Blessed One, who learned to attain Parinibbana, is our best refuge. So too are the Dhamma and the Sangha. Attentively we follow the pathway of that Blessed One with all our mindfulness and strength. May the cultivation of this practice lead us to the end of every kind of suffering. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Before we practice any meditation, we need to clear all the obstacles, all the potential obstacles of our practice. One obstacle could be if we have done any disrespect towards the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, or any other enlightened disciples of the Buddha in our this life or previous life. Such insults, such disparaging comments, or such disrespectful behavior can be an obstacle for our own growth. So right now let us open our heart and genuinely purify our mind from all these mistakes we may have done, knowingly or unknowingly, in this long journey of samsara. And we will seek forgiveness, genuinely and wholeheartedly, and purify our mind and make our mind free from all those obstacles. So for that, you can repeat after me, put your palms together, and genuinely seek forgiveness for any mistakes, any misspeech, or any disrespectful behavior we may have done during this life or even previous lives. Repeat after me. Throughout this journey of samsara, up to the present moment, if I have done any disrespectful behavior towards the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, I repent them all and seek forgiveness. May my mind be free from all obstacles and grow in my meditation. Singing of me again. Ananta sasare patan me mohote dakwa mage sita kaya vachanayin Utum Buddha Dhamma Sangayana Ratnatra Ekirehi Utum Aryan Vahanse Lakirehi Ma Atin Yam Varadakvi Etantam Esilu Varadate Mata Samava Labina Sekwa දෙවනුවද මට සමාව ලැබෙන සේක්වා දෙවනුවද මට සමාව ලැබෙන සේක්වා මාගේ මේ ජීවිතය උතුම් බුදුරජාණන් වහන්සේට පූජා කරමි උතුම් ධර්ම රත්නයට පූජා කරමි උතුම් ආර්ය සංඝ රත්නයට පූජා කරමි පූජා වේවා සාදු සාදු සාදු. Okay. Now we have prepared our mind for a deeper practice of meditation. Before we start our meditation, I would like you to contemplate or reflect the basic nature of our mind. And the Buddhist meditation is based on two important premises. One is to understand our mind not as an entity, but as a process, as a stream. Our mind is not one single thing like a seed. It is a process, it is a stream. So we call it Vijnana Sota. Sota is a term for a stream or a river. So our mind is not one thing. It is continuously moving stream. So it has been flowing for many, many years and even could be many, many eons. So it is not one single thing, but it's a moving thing. And normally the mind of an ordinary person is moving and flowing without knowing any direction. It simply keeps moving based on what they encounter in their life, what they have to go through in their life, what challenges they have to meet in their life. So based on that mind can move this way, this way, this way. No specific direction, but simply flowing. And sometimes it can flow to all negative directions too. If you don't pay attention, it simply keeps moving. And so it can move to any direction, any destination. Sometimes we can end up being in a very bad, unwholesome destination too. So to understand our mind is a stream, it's constantly moving, constantly changing. Meditation is to make an effort to consciously direct or channel this flow of the mind to wholesome direction. Because it's going to flow anyway. Whether we like or not, it's going to flow anyway. So meditation is conscious, purposeful direction of our mind to channel, to flow it into a wholesome direction. So it's a good thing that our mind is not a fixed thing. If our mind was a fixed thing, we cannot change it. Because it's continuously moving, it's a stream. So we can, no matter how bad our mind is, we don't have to worry. Because we can change it. We can rechannel it. We can direct it. So that's one basic idea behind Buddhist meditation. It's not a fixed thing. It is a flow, it's a stream, it's continuously changing phenomena. So therefore we can change it, channel it, and direct it. Second premise is that our mind is always learning. Our mind is always learning whether we like it or not. Our mind is actually a learning machine. You cannot call it a machine. Maybe learning organism. It's always learning, but learning habits. It's always learning habits. If we react to a particular incident in the same way twice, the third time we don't have to think about it. Our mind will automatically react in the same way. We only have to repeat 2 times. The third time, mind already picks up habit, a pattern. It's automatically doing it. If you say something, if something happens, you say certain word 2 times. Third time, you don't have to think about it. Automatically, that word will come out from your mouth. So in that way, our mind is very good in learning habits. It's always learning. And again, whether we like it or not, our mind is always learning habits. And so throughout our life, maybe throughout our samsara, we have been teaching so many habits to our mind, not consciously. The way we speak is a habit. When we speak, we don't choose our word all the time. When we speak, we don't think about what words to use. It automatically comes out from our. You only have to start the speech, and the rest is coming automatically. So the way we speak is a habit. Even the way we keep our body, even the way we behave, our body, the way we walk, the way we sit, the way we move our body is also a habit. We have learned those habits by observing our adults, observing other people. Without knowing, we have developed those habits. So the way we speak is a habit, the way we behave is a habit. Not only that, the way we think is also a habit. We don't control our thinking most of the time. It's simply a habitual pattern that is coming again and again. Can we decide what would be our next thought? Now we are sitting here, right? So can we decide what would be our next thought? Can anyone predict what can be that thought? So we cannot decide what would be our next thought. It depends on what we hear, see, or smell, or taste. Or even if we don't get anything from outside, our next thought, our mind is going to have different thoughts all the time, but we cannot decide it. What decides our next thought is either what we experience from outside or our habitual pattern. Our next thought is decided by our internal habitual patterns. Because without our knowing, we have taught ourselves. Our mind is trained unconsciously to think in a particular way. Each and every one of us has a particular way of thinking, particular patterns of thinking, and that is a habit. And sometimes we have wholesome habits. Sometimes we have unwholesome habits, negative habits. So what can be our next thought, it depends on how we have trained our mind. Not consciously, but unconsciously. So our mind is very good in learning habits. You only have to think of a particular way 2 times. The third time mind picks up and you don't have to worry about it, mind will automatically think. Even faster than a computer. Computer is also now like self-learning machines. They can learn. You may have good experience. When you search something in Google, maybe you just type a certain word like you want to search, let's say, for example, maybe you want to search for some medical facilities, you type 3 words, maybe medical, doctors, cardiovascular, whatever. And if you search it 2 times, next time when you type MED, the machine is already giving you the suggestion for the rest of the words. If you search something 2 times in your computer, the next time when you type first 2 words, the computer already knows what you are going to search. It gives you the suggestions. Because of your previous 2 search, computer is already learning this is the one you usually search. Our mind is exactly like that, even faster than that. When you say something, let's say you scold somebody 2 times, next time you don't have to think about it. Automatically your words coming out from your mouth. In the same, if you think of a particular incident 1 way, 2 times, next time when similar incident happens, you automatically think the same way. So we have so many such habits. Most of them are unfortunately negative habits. The habits that does not give us any peace. The habits that promote our suffering. So meditation is actually understanding these habitual patterns that we have taught to ourselves unconsciously throughout our life, and understanding them and then relearning or purposely training our mind. So our mind has been learning all the while, but now we take some charge, take some awareness, and then purposely train our mind to the way that we want it to be, to produce more peace and happiness, to produce more insight and understanding. The very term bhavana has a meaning of cultivation. If we let things to happen, it's the bhava. We simply let it to flow the way it wants, without any conscious control. That is bhava. That is how our mind is flowing. But bhavana is like consciously, purposefully, we train our mind to have more peace and understanding. So that is what we want to do. So that's the main 2 premises that we want to do in meditation. So that's our effort today. So the first day, our goal is to keep our mind free from disturbing thoughts, disturbing mental habits. There are 5 such habits that is given by the Buddha. We call them nivara, or hindrances, or 5 hindrances. These 5 habits hinder our peace and hinder our understanding. It's an obstacle for peace and understanding. So they are called desire for sensual pleasures, or we call it kama chanda, and then hatred, vyapada, and then sloth and torpor, hina midda, and then worries and restlessness, uddhaca kukkucca, and then uncertainty or skeptical doubts, we call them vicikiccha. We will learn about them in detail in the afternoon. But these are the 5 basic mental habits that will hinder, that will destroy, that will ruin our peace, that will hinder our deep understanding. So what we are going to do today, from now onwards until 5 o'clock, to use different techniques to keep our mind free from these obstacles, free from these hindrances. And then you will see the clarity, and you see the peace in your mind. So let us do simple exercise, simple meditative exercise
to try our best to keep our mind free from all these obstacles, all these hindrances. Because if you do not have anything in your mind, those things will come to you. So we purposely try to focus our mind on wholesome objects. Then our mind can be free from these hindrances. When you keep your mind free from those hindrances, at least for a while, then you can experience deeper peace, happiness, and deeper clarity in your mind. That is our goal for today. Okay? Simple. To keep our mind free from 5 hindrances as much as we can. And then you will experience the peace and clarity. Okay? That's our goal. So let us start our first meditation. So one best way to keep our mind free from all the 5 hindrances is to develop mindfulness, the ability to observe our own body and mind, and then develop loving kindness, Maitri or Metta Bhavana. So I'm going to teach you mindfulness and Metta, loving kindness meditation as the first meditation in this moment. Okay? So I will do the first one as a guided meditation. Okay? So we can start our practice while standing, because we have been sitting for a while now. So we can now stand for a while, and from there we will start. Standing is also a good posture for meditation. So we can do some standing meditation, and then we can gently go and sit down. So when you stand, try to keep your feet apart, not completely apart. Try to enable you to distribute your weight somewhat even with your feet. Keep them apart, about feet apart, and relax your whole upper body. And try to feel the weight in your feet. How do you feel the weight of your body in your feet? You tend to leave one foot more than the other. If you find that you are having more weight on one foot, it's going to take a moment to transfer from one weight to the other foot, and then feel balance. Let us practice some mindfulness in the beginning. Still to bring more attention to our body. Relax your both hands, hand by themselves. No tension, no tightness in your hands, that's interesting. And we bring some attention to our body, to be aware of the body, how we feel the body right now. We can start with our feet, close to white. What do we feel in our feet right now? Feel your heels, how the heels are pressed against the weight of the body. Feel that pressed muscle in the heels. And gently move your attention to the front part of your feet. Or what you feel in the front part of your feet. Feel the texture of the carpet in the front part of your feet. And take a moment to explore whether you feel any of your toes right now. Just feel whether any of your toes is touching the floor, or if there are any sensation in any of your toes. Just go through your toes and see whether you feel any of your toes now. With this awareness of the feet, acknowledge that I am standing right here. weight of my body gently flowing through my feet to the floor. And I'm thoroughly grounded to this floor right now. Like a tall tree is thoroughly grounded to the ground of the earth with roots. And my body is thoroughly grounded and is balanced right now. Acknowledge. When I'm standing firm, right here. Now let us try to bring some attention to the other parts of our body. Awareness of the body is the way to bring our mind to the present moment. Develop our mindfulness. And try to bring attention to both arms. Closely watch. What do you feel towards your arms right now? Do you feel any of your flows towards your arms? Or any sensation of warm or cold? Just feel open. And observe whatever sensations are available to you right now in your arms. And gently move towards your palms and fingers. Feel the subtle sensation throughout your palms and fingers. Feel the tips of your fingers. And if possible, try to feel the pulsations in the tips of your fingers. And breathe in your body. Nowhere else, but right here in your body. Here and now in your body. Feel all the sensations of your arms. Now gently bring your attention to the upper part of your body. Feel your whole front area of your body. Pause with what you feel in your whole belly and chest area. If you feel your clothes, sensation of touch, feel them all. If you feel any movement in your belly, in your chest, with your breath, just feel it. Whatever is happening in the front part of your body, acknowledge them all. Feel them all. Without any imagination, and thinking, sit observe whatever is happening here. Breathe in your body. Nowhere else, but right here and now in your body. With this awareness of the body, let us now gently sit down. Feel ready for seated meditation. Maintain this awareness of the body. Then you go back to your cushion or chair. Move slowly and continue to feel your body. Feel the sensation when you bend your knees, when you lower your body, when you touch your chair or cushion. Simply observe all the sensations. Immediately move to the position of that, then sit down. Maintain the awareness to how to move. Adjust your body. And feel comfortable in your posture. Try to find the most comfortable way to sit. Again, let us establish our awareness in our body. Again, gently watch. How do you feel your body now? Feel your lower legs, where they touch now. Closely watch all the sensations we can feel throughout your feet and lower legs. The sensation of touch, the sensation of pressure. And gently move your attention where your body meets the chair or cushion. Closely watch the chest muscles with the weight of the body there. Just mentally go to those muscles and feel them right now. And then bring the same attention to the upper part of your body. Feel your whole back area. Feel your clothes in the back area, around your shoulder blades. And then bring that whole attention to the front part of the body again. Feel the sensation in the front area. If possible, try to feel the subtle movement in your belly with the breath. And establish your mind in your body. This awareness of the body is a protection for our meditation. It helps us to be right here and allow our mind to stay and be calm without running from one object to another. Let us give our mind a place to rest. This awareness of the body. Now with this awareness of the body, let us gently watch our mind. We bring our whole attention to our mind and simply watch what is coming to our mind right now. For 1 minute, we will not stop any thought. We will let our mind to have any thought it wants to have. We are not going to stop any thought. We are also not going to choose any thought to develop further. without choosing any thought. We are simply going to watch. What are the thoughts? What are the memories that is coming to our mind right now? For 1 minute, just simply wait and watch. What is coming to our mind right now? Do not choose anyone to develop further. Do not try to stop any thought. Simply keep watching what is coming to mind for 1 minute. Various thoughts, memories come to the mind one after the other. Simply watch them. So we can see all random thoughts randomly coming one after the other. This is the flow of the mind, normal flow of the mind. Now, let us purposely introduce a wholesome mental state. Instead of these random thoughts coming one after the other, let us purposely introduce a wholesome thought, a wholesome mental state. Metta, Maitri, loving kindness. One of the most wholesome mental states we can ever generate. This is the best time that we can direct and channel our mind towards the most wholesome mental state. Let us purposely generate this wholesome state of loving kindness, Maitri, Metta. Our mind is capable. We have a capacity deep in our mind for loving kindness. Maitri, or loving kindness, is genuine willingness, a genuine goodwill for everyone. It is the genuine wish of well-being for every living being. It is the willingness in our heart for everyone to be well and safe. It is the friendliness towards all living beings. Let us generate this loving kindness right now. Open your heart and purposely generate this loving kindness. The wholesome mental state that will help us to keep our mind from 5 hindrances. Just making a genuine wish for all living beings to be well. We don't have to approve everyone's actions to do this. We don't have to agree with everyone to have loving kindness. This is simply a genuine wish for everyone to be well, even to people that we may not agree with, simply wishing them to be well and to be well, happy and peaceful. Open your heart, just like when you see a little baby. When you see a little baby, when you see a smiling face of a baby, how you feel? A baby with a gentle smile looking at you. That is unconditional love, readiness to care, genuine goodwill, willingness in our heart for that baby to be well and safe. Let us generate that loving kindness. Open your heart just like that. Willingness for everyone to be well, to be safe. Let us grow this loving kindness bigger and bigger. We can grow this loving kindness stronger and stronger by making more and more wishes of loving kindness. Let us start with ourselves. Direct that whole loving kindness to yourself, for this person sitting right here. Direct this loving kindness to your body. Just like you were ready to embrace the baby. Direct that whole loving kindness to yourself, to this body and mind sitting right here. This body has been helping you to live this human life for many years. All these organs in this body have helped you so much. All the parts, all the organs in this body are working day and night in harmony to make our life possible. Let us direct this loving kindness to this body and to this mind, to this person sitting right here, with deep gratitude and appreciation. Make a genuine wish. May this whole body sitting right here be well. Be healed. May this person sitting right here be well. Be safe. Be peaceful. Repeat. Repeat these wishes to yourself and continue to radiate loving kindness to yourself. May this person sitting right here be well. Be healthy. Be peaceful. Repeat.
Let us now expand our wish beyond ourselves to everyone else. Let us wish, may all other people, all other beings also feel the same comfort, same sense of safety, and same sense of well-being. Let us be generous and be kind and loving and expand our wish to everyone else. May all people sitting here with us right now may all these people who are meditating now, including the teacher, may everyone in this hall now be well, be safe, be peaceful, 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 Let us expand this wish beyond this room, beyond this hall, to everyone living in all directions. Let us simply expand this wish to include everyone. May all people, all beings living in every direction let us keep expanding our wish to include as many people as we can, as many beings as we can. May all people, all beings living in the direction that we are facing right now, may everyone living in the direction of our front, whoever the people living in this direction right now, in the immediate neighborhood in this direction, and all the cities in that direction, and even all the countries in this direction. May all people, all beings living in this direction, near and far, from here all the way there, be well, be safe, be peaceful. May all people, all beings living in the direction of our right, all people, all beings living in this direction of our right, near and far. Be well. Be safe. Be peaceful. May all people, all beings living in the direction of our back no matter who they are, every one of them living in this direction right now, near and far. Be well. Be safe. Be peaceful. May all people, all beings living in the direction of our left every one of them living in this direction from here all the way there, near and far. Be well. Be safe. Be peaceful. May all people, all beings living in every direction even invisible beings living in every direction, above, below, all across. May all living beings living everywhere each and every living organism in this entire universe be well. Be safe. Be peaceful. 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 maintain this loving kindness state of the mind. This is one of the most wholesome mental states we ever can generate. Maintain this wholesome mental state. The mind is free from all five hindrances. The pervading loving kindness to every direction. No one to bother. Pervading loving kindness to every direction. Embracing all beings without exception. Maintain this loving kindness. Simply wishing, may all beings be well and happy. May all beings be well and happy. Nothing else. Just repeat. Sielu sattvayo supatviva. Sielu sattvayo supatviva. May all beings be well and happy. If you wish, you can incorporate your breath, this meditation. Breathing in, may all beings. Breathing out, be well and happy. Breathing in, may all beings. Breathing out, be well and happy. Breathing in, Sielu sattvayo. Breathing out, supatviva. Continue. Keep coming back to a wish, no matter how many thoughts come into your mind. If you remember anyone, simply wish, be well and happy, and come back to your loving kindness. Whoever you remember, whoever you come to your mind, simply wish, be well and happy, and come to your loving kindness. Keep coming back to this wholesome state of the mind again and again. This open-heartedness, this pervading friendliness, this loving kindness, this metta is one of the most wholesome mental state we can ever generate. Keep it for next few minutes. Every breath may all be well and happy. In these last few minutes, make your full effort to maintain this wish. May all beings be well and happy. Just maintain this wish. I will do a chant to help you to keep your mind in this wholesome state for next minute. Try your best to keep your mind in this wish, this wholesome state throughout my chant. Sukhi diga nyuko Sukhi diga nyuko Sukhi diga yuko bhava Gently come out of your meditation. Gently you can put your palms together and place them against your chest. And take a moment to feel grateful for this peaceful meditation in our life. Feel grateful to all great teachers, enlightened disciples of the Buddha from the past, who passed this wisdom from generation to generation. Feel grateful for all these great teachers, enlightened masters. And feel grateful to anyone who helped your meditation today. Anyone who arranged and organized this meditation for us today. And feel grateful even to these non-living things which helped our meditation, including this cushion which helped you to sit, this chair, and these heaters, and everything. Deeply feel grateful for all people and all things which made this meditation possible for us today. With deep gratitude, let us say sadhu 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, we did our first session of meditation. If you had any challenge when you meditate, any problems, we can discuss those challenges and difficulties in the afternoon. And now, in few minutes, we will have a Buddha Puja, and then we can slowly, go to our lunch. But I want all of you to maintain this mindfulness. That throughout this day, our whole purpose is to develop more awareness about ourselves and to keep our mind free from 5 hindrances. That's the goal. To try our best to keep our mind free from any thoughts about sensual pleasure, any thoughts of anger, any thoughts or any feeling regarded to sloth and torpor or sleepiness, to keep our mind free from any worries and restlessness, and keep our mind free from any uncertainties, any unnecessary questionings. That way we will maintain clarity and peace. So when you, by yourself, like when you eat, when you are in your break periods, and maintain, remember that that's the goal today. So either you can bring attention to whatever you are doing. For example, when you eat, we can maintain mindfulness of your eating and closely pay attention what you feel when you eat and how you move your body, and try to maintain awareness even for simple activities you will do. When you walk, when you take your plate, when you mix your food, when you eat, and what you feel throughout your mouth, and then try to maintain the awareness, attention to all these simple activities you are doing. So when you do that, unnecessary thoughts will not come, because you are paying attention to what you are doing. You are fully observing what you are doing, so your mind has no room for other thoughts. Even your mind will start to create thoughts, will come back to the experience, what you are going through at that moment, so that you can maintain your mind free from unnecessary thoughts. Or if you are by yourself and during the break time, either you can maintain this wish, like what we learned, may all be well and happy. Just repeat that wish in your mind. Whenever you have nothing else to do. So until we meet in the afternoon, that's your goal. Either you pay attention to whatever you are doing and you keep your mind free from 5 hindrances, or you can keep your wish, repeat your wish, may all beings be well and happy. So that's the goal. So until we meet in the afternoon. And remember your precepts. We have 8 precepts, and 4 precepts are related to our speech. And try to be aware of what you say. And of course you can speak, you can talk to others, but only speak where if it is really necessary. And you can communicate with others, but speak mindfully. And if possible, try to minimize your speech. That will help you. Okay.